Hello everyone, welcome back to another video today. Today's video will be what a Zugudoria was the Mandalore, part 2. Well, technically part 1. So yeah, continuing on from where we last left off. Zuko is on his throne as a few days have passed since talking with the new person. An astronomer, god damn it, okay, I'm gonna stop talking about that. So yeah, Zuko decides to make a military, and he starts asking people. He puts a poll on what should there be. So yeah, fortunately, hardly anyone decides to join as they more focus on building up their town and tech. But Zuko thought that was not essential at the moment. So yeah, soon he found a female Mandalorian named Stella, an astronomer and good tactician. She was one of the new people that came on the last few ships that arrived. So yeah, the last few ships that have arrived on New Mand'alor were a couple of days ago. How saying that, well, the population is now 10 million people. They really need a military. So she decides to join, becoming a military director. So yeah. Anyways, they talk about different things about the military. On what should they be using as a force. Zuko thought of the idea of the Mandalorian Neo Crusaders, on how they will be a perfect ideal for the Mandalorian military. She agrees to this, and they made their first faction of the new Mandalore military. But soon comes the problem with force-sensitive people that are here. Isuka is just thinking maybe that they could be just a special unit, but she thinks of a different idea. That since the new Mandalorian New Crusaders would be technically abundance of them, how they basically need to spread out to conquer worlds, or basically just to be honest, to just discover new places, hopefully find more life. Zuko nods to this, as she says that they will be known as Mandalorian Knights. And it draws the idea of the Mandalorian Knight. How they will have how they will have basically non-colored new Crusader armor. But will have personal markings for each of them. And they'll be able to make it their own. Is there a good nod to this? So yeah, they started listing the force-sensitive population on New Mandalore, equaling up to 10,000 Mandalorians. You guys think that's way too much? The total population on New Mandalore is 10 million. So yeah, continuing on. They talk about weapons. Izuka says that the Westar 35 pistol should be a standard issue. She agrees to this, and Stella agrees to this. So yeah, she then remarks that the Mandalorian assault rifle should also be a standard issue. And they both agree to the Basket as well. So yeah, they made the standard issues getting tech companies involved. Basically, having what remained of the Mandalorian division of the Techno Union getting involved in building their supply. The Mandalorians, the Mandalorian people are actually excited about this, to the point 90,000 Mandalorians joined the cause to be fighters for their military. But but then there comes the problem. What if their might is spread too far, too thin? Zuko decides on reserves. So yeah, they make symbols for each faction, and they'll like it. The reserves go up within a year to 50,000 Mandalorians. We're going to be reserves in case. In total, that is, wait a minute, guys, 150,000 Mandalorians in the new Mandalore military. So yeah, but Zuki then talks about what if the Mandalorians want different weapons. She then questions on him about what does he mean. Zuki then pulls out a EE-1 blaster rifle, and an EE-3 blaster rifle, and different, as well as different Mandalorian style weapons. These are basically a lot of what we have, but we also have several others that the Mandalorian division of the Techno Union are still making. They have plans for almost a lot of weapons. What should we do with them? She then decides that they should keep them just in case, and make a store for them, saying that the New Crusaders can buy a weapon of their choice, and if they do not want the standard issue. But then there comes the problem: they don't have a currency. So yeah, Izuku then decides that until then they'll be a communist regime. There'll be a trade, basically. So yeah, Mandalorian people don't like this, but since they don't really have a currency at all, they go with it. So yeah, they're actually able to rebuild all of the let's see, 150. It's all 70 Mandalorian cruisers. The other 50 came along. Okay. So yeah, people are ecstatic as Izuku shows he actually knows what he's doing. But he does not decide to actually attack any race yet. He wants his people to be first. So he makes farms. Later on, time skip to Izuku's 14th year. When Izuku is 14, they built enough of an empire to reign. They were able to colonize a planet of red dust, but also had good minerals, including a moon, which is a military base. Izuku decides that this won't be enough, and that they're planning to attack. But first, they need a colony on the planet they call Terra, which the moon Luna, their base, is in orbit of. So yeah, Izuku has Mandalorians Mandalorian people who want to actually go on to make this colony. This excites everyone, as they're actually finally going to have people that need them. So, with enough, they were able to make 3 hardcore, hard sell interstellar transports. Sending the first one, which is filled with military everything. They sent it on the western south continent of Terra. Izuku watches this from the moon base as they just wait they just wait. Wait a minute, guys. So yeah, 3 hours later, the hollow projector beeps as one of Izuku's officers taps the button and a soldier pops up. Sir, we have landed and are starting to make the place and make sure it's suitable for the Mandalorian people. I hope this message gets through. Couldn't contact until 12. So yeah, everyone cheers as a few hours later they get another message saying that they made a perimeter for their colony, but think that people might have noticed them. Wait a minute, guys. Continuing on, Izuku smiled as 3 days later he sent the people's colony, and they landed, finding interesting animals there, as well as the natives that call themselves the Faunus. So yeah, if you guys are wondering, no, the East Faunus are actually going to be based off of the Native Americans, which will soon to be Mandalorian, which it will be based on Native Americans as well, as they came to a new world and settled there, making it their own, as the Native Americans did when they found the ancient land bridge. So, guys, continuing on, Izuku 3 days later sent more people as well with more military, and eventually Izuku landed there himself. So yeah, the people were excited to see their Mand'alor visit them, saying that it's awesome to actually be here. Izuku smiled to them, saying that this was their plan to be here anyways. So yeah. Soon Atlas ships arrive with military. Izuku sees this coming from a few miles away, so he sends the new Crusaders to go after them. So yeah, if you guys are wondering why there is no Mandalorian Knights in here, Mandalorian Knights were made to defend their homeworld, due to being more powerful than the average Mandalorian, due to the Force. So yeah, Izuku pulled out his best guard as he just looks on at at the invaders. A short battle breaks out. To the point the Atlas sent an EMP, thinking that this would disable them, but it didn't. For their armor is their skin, and if without tech, they'll fight with their hands, which is what they did. The Faunus people, the native Faunus, joined in, as well as with the native human tribes. They joined in on fighting for the Mandalorians, carrying Beskar spears and shields. Well, more of Mandalorian band-based shields. So yeah, this was a shock to them. The Faunus tribes and human tribes did not ever get along. So they had no idea of wanting to actually be here. So this was a shock. Sorry about it, guys. Continue on. Unfortunately, Atlas didn't want them here. So they gather what they can. The natives even came with them, adding another 10 million to their population. 5 million were Faunus and 5 million were human. They wanted to join the Mandalorians. Soon when Ezekiel was 16, he met with the humans again. Ezekiel tells them that he doesn't mean any harm, and the only reason he sent his military was for defense of his people. He was trying to make a colony, but it seemed they did not want it, and that was okay. They have enough land on the planet they have for his people. General Ivan then speaks up. Your people, the people you abducted in your warrior race. The Mandalorian race is not a race at all, more of a religion. We follow this code strictly, as our gods want us. We do not have quarrels with you people, Terrans. But we do not want to be known as a bad guy. The Mandalorians get notification that they are people. So yeah, the Mandalorians soon make their own currency known as the Iron Hearts. Now they're not communists. The Iron Hearts can be of gold, iron, or copper. Actually, no, I'm just gonna keep on going with iron. So yeah, Iron Hearts are different from the Lien, and will always be that way. Iron Hearts are with iron, but each one has a different number on it. The numbers are in Mand'alor. So yeah, Izuku trades his language with the people of Terra, and soon they found 3 churches in each country of Terra. Soon they grow more in numbers. I hope you guys. Actually, no. Wait a minute, guys. Soon, Izuku gets a message from what is it? His name? Ospen, that he can be accepted into Beacon as culture exchange. Izuku thinks for a minute and decides to go with him. Anyways, guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.